What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sega Man back here with another video. Hope you guys are enjoying the week so far with the games you're playing on Xbox Game Pass and having fun out there in Xbox land, man. You know, like I said, we're always eating good over here. But I wanted to do a video, okay? I've been watching, a few of these podcasts, right? Trying to keep up on some of these podcasts. These are not people that I really follow that much. But I have to do this video because I felt it needs to be done. Okay. This video is called You Want to Know So Bad. And the reason why the video is called this, guys, is because people out there that do these podcasts want to know so bad about how many consoles are sold out there from Microsoft. How many subscriptions of Ultimate Game Pass that people have. Okay? I'll say it again and again. Microsoft is a very smart company. Okay? They've been around in the business area longer than Sony. Okay? You're not going to know the numbers of how many consoles are sold. You're not going to know the many numbers of how many subscriptions have been bought, like Ultimate Game Pass. You're just not going to know. You can speculate, you know, Microsoft might come out and say some of the numbers for Game Pass, okay? But you're not going to always know this all the time. You're not going to know, okay? Why does it why is it such a thorn in your ass with some of these podcasts out here to do videos, podcasts with other people wanting to know what the numbers of Xbox Microsoft's game consoles are and how many subscriptions of Game Pass they sold? Why is it so that important to know that? Because you can go by and say, well, Xbox is doing bad because they only sold 25 million consoles versus what the Nintendo Switch and the PlayStation 5 sold, right? To try to make Xbox look bad. See, you got to understand, guys, you have to read through the lines with some of these podcasters out here, to be honest with you, okay? They do this for clicks and views also, okay? If you're a true gamer, you don't worry about how many consoles that your brand sold. You worry about the software, okay? And they try to attack the software too. Well, what's the initiative doing? What are they up to? I mean, what's going on? And what's this and that and all this? They're making games. Bethesda is making games. There's games that are going to be coming out on the Xbox system, okay? At least they come out and say something. You don't really hear nothing from Sony. You don't. You don't really hear much of anything right now. Let's be honest. Okay? Me as a Sony consumer, God, that'll never be. But me as a Sony consumer, I would be very worried right now. Very worried on that side of gaming. Everybody always expects and knows kind of what Nintendo's kind of doing, okay? They're starting to go that way too, okay? This is why these podcasters out there, in my opinion, do this. They want to know the numbers so bad of how many consoles are sold. They want to know the numbers how bad of how many subscriptions of Ultimate Game Pass is out there, Game Pass in general. Why do you want to know that? The reason why, like I said, is because they want to compare it. They want to come up with their own theories to try to make weak people out there that are gamers to be like, well, I don't know, I don't know, is Microsoft in trouble? And you guys got to understand something, and I'm going to keep telling you guys this in your goddamn head. Microsoft, if they wanted to go to for the jugular, okay, you would be very worried about Sony, very worried, very very worried about Sony's PlayStation, okay. Sony PlayStation doesn't want Phil Spencer around. They don't want Xbox around. They just want it to be them. Look what they did to Sega. Look what they did to Sega. It's a fact what they did to Sega, okay? They want game companies to disappear. Microsoft doesn't Microsoft Xbox doesn't want any game company to disappear. Phil Spencer always says that when he does interviews, that he does want everybody to be happy in gaming, that he wants everybody to play games and be happy. He doesn't want Sony PlayStation to disappear. He doesn't want Nintendo to disappear. He says that. Would a Sony exec from PlayStation 5 come out and say, I don't want Xbox to disappear. I don't want Nintendo to disappear. Everybody likes playing games, right? They have never came out and said that. They don't want Xbox around because to them, okay, Xbox is a huge, big threat to them. Big threat to them. Because they don't want to disappear like they made Sega disappear. Okay, they don't want it done to them. Okay, because they only want people to play Sony PlayStation. That's never, ever going to happen. You're not going to make Nintendo guys switch to PlayStation. You're not going to make the true Xbox gamers switch to PlayStation. That's not their console of choice. They're not going to do it. I just get sick and tired of these podcasts out here trying to speculate all the time about how many numbers of consoles they sold. It doesn't matter how many consoles the goddamn Xbox sells. It doesn't matter. It's the software. It's the games. If you're playing Xbox games on the phone, on your cell phone, on your computer, it's still a win-win in the Xbox ecosystem. It doesn't matter how many consoles they sell. They tell you this over and over and over and over again. And you dumbasses keep making podcasts about it, keep making videos about it, trying to speculate about how many consoles they sold, how many subscriptions of Game Pass they sold. If it came out and told you they sold 25 million Game Pass subscriptions, that's on them to come out and say that they did that. It doesn't mean that Microsoft's Xbox is doing bad because they sold 25 million Ultimate Game Pass subscriptions, or they have that many subscribers to Game Pass. It doesn't matter, guys. Okay, true gamers out there, listen to your boy Sega Man. It does not matter. It does not matter how many consoles that we sell. It does not matter at all. Microsoft can make Sony PlayStation 5 if they really wanted to disappear. Believe me, if they were that kind of company, they didn't have to help them with Azure servers. Okay? That's telling you that they don't want them to disappear, that they want them to their customers have a better experience with online gaming when they have online gaming games and anything like that, okay? They're helping them out. They're helping them out. All right? A lot of us would like our in-house games to stay. Like we would have liked Cuphead to stay exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem, games like Ori and different things like that, okay? But you're not going to never know the numbers. You're not. It's a business move and it's a smart strategy move. You don't need to know. You don't. Why do you need to know? Why do they need to know? Is it your insecurities about Microsoft? Because Microsoft is a behemoth of software, and they're a software company. Microsoft will not ever be destroyed by Sony. It's a fact. Sony is this to Microsoft, okay? They will never, ever overtake Microsoft, and you guys know that. Deep down in your heart, all your YouTubers, all your gaming channels, and all these, gaming shows and all that want to keep speculating all the time, Sony cannot hold a candle to Microsoft. They can't. You should honestly be worried about them disappearing, to be honest with you. Okay? They cannot make Nintendo disappear. Period. Nintendo is the king right now of handheld gaming. Sony PlayStation tried to compete with that with the PS Vita. They failed miserably. They failed. Okay? I'm not saying that the little PS Vita wasn't a good handheld system because I own one. Okay? And it has a beautiful screen. The games look nice on it and everything. The PSP, in my opinion, was their better handheld system. In my opinion, it was. The PSP is better than the Vita, in my opinion. Okay, but it can't. It tried to get into. It tried to get into where Nintendo is. It'll never ever happen. You can make a Vita 2. It doesn't matter if you make a Vita 2. You're not going to knock the Switch off of its throne right now. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You couldn't do it with the 3DS or the DS either. You cannot compete with Nintendo when it comes to the handheld gaming systems. You can't do it. That's why the Vita failed miserably. It was way over too expensive. The games are still expensive today, right? And that Vita doesn't even exist anymore. They don't make games for the system anymore, but yet they still want $60 to $80 for games. Are you fucking serious? You might be able to find a sports game for $10 or $5, but that's it. It was a disaster. Okay? You couldn't even do that. Microsoft Xbox is not going anywhere. You can keep making troll videos, damage controlling about Game Pass, saying that the developers are not getting paid because you have no other ammunition. You have to resort to dumb, stupid rhetoric on your podcast. We're eating good over here. We're eating real good over here. We got more games that are coming to Game Pass all the time. Back for Blood in a couple of days. From the creators of Left 4 Dead, one of my favorite all-time zombie games. I downloaded it in Game Pass. Man, I cannot wait to play that game. I cannot wait to play that game. You do not need to know the numbers. You don't. Microsoft, Phil Spencer, all them guys in the gaming community, all right, in the gaming business, they know what you're doing. Okay, let's just be honest. They know what you're trying to do. Okay, like I said before, it's like an infectious disease. You will never ever. They're not going to never ever forget about 2013, guys. They're never ever going to. They keep trying to capitalize on that happened years ago with what's going on in 2021 with Xbox. They want to keep affiliating 2013 with 2021. If you're out there paying attention to that and believe that shit, you are not a true diehard Xbox fan. You're not. They have all these studios right now. They acquired ZeniMax and Bethesda. Okay? They acquired all kind of studios. The Hellblade studios. All those guys. Undid Labs. Okay? They're working hard to bring games to us. They're not playing anymore. Okay? They're very serious right now. They made a mistake in 2013 that is gone. Erase that from your mind. Erase that from your mind, okay? They made a huge mistake with that. Erase that from your mind. That is long gone. It is dead and gone. Game Pass is the future of gaming. Get over it. Get over it, okay? Like I said before in other videos, they offer you an alternative, which is not to go out there and pay full price for day and date exclusive games on their ecosystem. You have a choice to get Game Pass and play those games that are $60 for a monthly fee of only $15 or $10 for Game Pass. You'd have to be an absolute maxi zoom dweeby moron to not do that if you're into gaming. It's a win-win over here with Game Pass, man. Me, you know Sega Man is a collector. I own all my exclusives physically for Xbox, and I'm going to own Halo Infinite, for all the Forzas, all the Gears. Is always going to be physical. I'm always going to buy them. But I have my choice to play them on Game Pass, and I will do that too, because I support my brand. My brand gives me choices. Okay? So it's a win-win with Microsoft's Xbox. You don't need to know the numbers. All you need to know is that you're eating good over here and you're getting all kind of games in Game Pass to play games. Okay? It is not you to be worried about how many consoles they sold. How many subscriptions of Ultimate Game Pass they have out there. Why should we be worried about that? Why should we be worried about how many consoles that Microsoft's Xbox sold? Why? Evidently, they're doing pretty damn well if they're sold out and you can't get them anywhere, right? Evidently, they're doing pretty damn good if you can't get the S and the Series X. Evidently, they're doing good. Okay? So you don't need to worry about how many consoles are out there right now, or how many consoles are sold right now. They're sold out right now. And hopefully, for people that want to jump on the bandwagon of getting a Series S and a Series X, will get one holiday season. I was one of them people that waited and waited and waited and waited and tried to get one, waited and waited and tried to get one. Until my brother, Hebot, helped me out with that. Hebot is a great asset to the gaming community because he helps out true gamers and people that are into gaming. Because I'm one of the ones that he helped out, and he helped out Poseidon. So, hats off to my brother Hebot, because if it wasn't for Hebot, I still would not have a Series X. But he knew I wanted one and was trying hard to get one, and he helped me. He reached out to me. He didn't have to do that. Hebot is a genuine, true ass gamer. Period. And a good brother in the gaming community. You know what I mean? So I'm going to end this video now, guys. But to be honest with you, you don't need to know the numbers. You don't. There's no reason to. If your company and brand of choice is bringing you fantastic gaming for your buck, for the consumer of their gaming system, which is the Xbox that you choose to be on. Okay? Right now, in my opinion, it's the best system to be on right now is the Xbox ecosystem. All right? Peace and love. Xbox for life, brothers. We don't die, we multiply. Peace. Outro.